Welcome to the obnoxious problem. Could have made it worse for you, but, whatever. Okay. What do we do? Well, what's some other function? It's a square root function. Square root of x is the mother of this function. And what does square root look like? It looks like that. And it looks like that. It's got 0, 0, like everything else. And it's got 1, 1, like everything else. I'm so burpy. I ate Chipotle today. It's making me burpy. I always think that my little parenthesis points look like things, like faces. Like I see owls a lot, and I don't know, little weird human faces and stuff, but maybe I'm just crazy. Well, there's a lot going on with this function. There are a lot of transformations, so I'm going to start with the easy stuff. Easy stuff being shifting up. That plus 2 is shifting me up by 2. And other things are happening too, but I do know I'm up 2, so I do know that the point right there, that point right there, is now going to have a y value of 2. I don't know what the x value is yet, but I know the y value is 2. Okay, well, how do I figure out what the x value is? Well, I need to think of some other stuff. So, let's think of some other stuff. This is written weird for you. You don't normally see me write it like that, but it is absolutely, totally still a thing, and you should be okay with it. But you need to recognize negative x. There's a negative in front of the x, which means instead of opening right, it is opening left. Scary. And, well, what's the x value of that key middle thingy? What x value do you have to plug in to get 0 on the inside? 4 minus blank equals 0. Well, 4 minus 4 equals 0. And so that point right there has to be 4, comma, we already found out it was 2. So 4, comma 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, boom. Hello. Okay, I know it's opening left. Are there any other transformations I need to be aware of? Yes, there are. Look out front. Negative. Negative in front of a function, what does it do? It flips it down. So instead of going up like that, I'm going to be going down like that. So let's get rid of that top thingy. I'm looking at that bottom thingy. I just paused it to burp. You are welcome. But let's make sure we are accurate. Well, I know I have that weird one. I didn't mean to erase that. I meant to circle it. I know I have that weird 1, 1 thing right there. 1 over, 1 up or down. In this case, I'm going to have that point right there. 1 to the left and 1 down. So I've got to have that right there. And then I could draw this curve and I could be lazy and I could be like, hey, there it is. But honestly, it's not that hard to make it a little more accurate. There's nothing stretching it in front here. There's no number multiplying it. So when I go to the left 1, I go down 1. When I go to the left 4, I go down 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. So I have to hit that point right there. How do you know that you go down 2 and you go over 4? Well, because the square root of 4 is 2. You don't need to plug points in. You just need to think about the basic shape of this graph. Boom, boom. First thing, I go over 1, I go up 1. Because square root of 1 is 1. Well, the next easy square number is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So if I go over 4 from that key point, I have to go up or down 2. So you can use that always to your benefit. So there's that. We have our graph. Let's do our DNR. Domain x is in the set of all real numbers such that x is less than or equal to 4. Or in interval notation, x is an element of the set starting at negative infinity, not including it, but going all the way up to 4, and yes, including it. Whoa, not a bracy thingy, my bad. A bracket. That's what says I include you. Maybe you heard me talk about the grape bowl thing. That's weird. Range. Let's do the range. Okay, what is my range? Well, curly brace. Y is an element of the set of all real numbers such that the y values are less than or equal to positive 2. Scoobity-doobity, right there. Y is an element of this interval starting at negative infinity, going up to positive 2. I know that's weird because you see this and you're like, oh, I start there and I go down, which, sure, okay, whatever. I don't really know if there's a real left or right that you have to follow, but when you're doing interval notation, you should put the negative number, or the more smaller number, or however you want to think of that, to the left, and then the bigger thing to the right, like you would order numbers with an inequality. So there you go. We done.